Don't engage alone. We do this together.
Yeah!
Yeah,
We got it! We got
New 52 book.
it! Somebody clip this for the love.
Welcome to Comics League members panel. I am Jared. I am here with Lois Lane fan star Robert Willing. What's up, dude?
Hey, not bad,
And
not bad.
And we're here with Tevye. What's up, brother?
Well,
So today, yeah, we're just gonna hang out and just talk about stuff. Well, first off, let's talk about what comics we got, because I got a little something.
Yep.
ooh,
So
Well,
you know those DC finest trades started coming out, right?
Yep.
yeah, I mean,
I got the Superman one.
Nice.
It has Action Comics 1-25, Superman 1-5, and New York World's Fair Comics number 1.
Wait. Is that colored or black and white?
colored.
It's colored.
Colored. Okay. I have not paid attention to those, so.
It's actually really. It's essentially an omnibus, but for a
Not
much
really
more
omnibus.
affordable price.
Stock cover.
It's basically the essentials, but colored.
And then
the other omni I got was this.
What?
It's the first volume of
That's
Chris
excellent.
Claremont's
Nice.
X-Men,
Nice.
which I've been enjoying. I've been checking it out and liking it. I also got a hardcover version of
I've had
Multiverse
that.
League.
I've had that, the deluxe edition. So
Yeah.
much extra features in that. And wait. Have you looked at the inside cover and the inside flap?
It's the multiverse map. Yeah, I
Yeah.
love that. I finally have a map of the multiverse. God damn it took too long.
And what I just got literally just today,
Well,
Rom,
Rom
nice.
Space Knight 1, 2,
Man, jeez.
and 3. All 75 issues, 4 annuals, and 3 tie-ins.
Dope.
wait, what were the times? What were the times?
Power Man and Iron Fist number 73, Marvel 2-in-1 number 99, and Incredible Hulk number 296.
Nice.
Oh, and
By the
also
way-
because I buy a lot of comics at my store, I'm a member of the league now,
Nice.
and I'm a member of Darkseid's league as
Well,
well.
I gotta check if my store got those or not.
Robert, you got to get one. Come on, we got.
No, I don't know if they got them. I don't know if they got them.
All right,
Yeah,
I didn't
for my
get the
store.
ones for the Trinity, but what I'm just gonna do is wait until they're on eBay and then order those and just be done with it, because they'll be on eBay soon.
By the way, you want to know who did the final couple of issues of ROM?
Who?
Oh,
Steve Ditko.
Oh, really?
Yep,
Oh, that's cool.
But for the majority of it, it was Sal Buscema. Great artist.
Oh, hell yes, of course. So let's talk about some absolute, shall we?
Wait,
Yep.
Yeah. Go ahead, Tevye.
actually the two books I got actually.
Yeah, go ahead.
A good friend of mine, Comic Uno.
Show, yeah, people see the title. Like
Okay.
father, like daughter. Nice.
Yep, it basically the story. Take the whole father's superpowers, but the father is gonna be a jerk.
Okay. Okay.
Well,
that's
kind of.
interesting.
There's a lot of comedy in that. He's born into.
Jerk, but not evil, though, right?
No, he's not evil. No, he's still.
All right.
But her daughter, when she got married to superpowers, she expected, I didn't begin well. Her father abandoned his.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh God.
But
And what's
here's
the other one?
What's the other
story
one?
that's going to interesting in that, like Barney 2, there's a twist I not see coming. Like, what?
Well, don't tell us. Don't tell us. Let us
Don't
find out.
tell us. Don't spoil it.
But if you're a fan video of superheroes or a fan of whole family stuff, check the diamond.
I'll look into it. I'll look into it.
Yeah, I'll check it out.
And your other book?
Friend of mine, and I love her work.
What's the other book?
Dread Star by
Oh, Jim Starlin. That's the Jim
Oh, yeah.
Starlin book.
I ran at the con this year.
No, I've met him a couple of times. He's a guy who much like Claremont, he's a guy you gotta catch him at the right time. If you don't, he'll be nice.
Oh, dope. Yeah, I got my copy of Infinity Gauntlet signed.
Oh, I've had my copy of Infinity Gauntlet. I've had all of his.
We know, Robert. We know, Robert.
I said all Thanos hardcovers.
Nice.
Speaking of which, I'm going to tell you this. So CGC is having an event that I'm going to submit for.
Mm-hmm.
I can get Wonder Woman 800 signed by Gal Gadot.
Cool.
So, and it's going to be graded and slabbed and everything. So I'm going to do that.
Can someone tell me what that tape thing is for? Is that meant to be
Okay,
for?
so what that is so they tell you have to have like what's called window bags, but since they don't sell those anymore, what you do is you tape off the area that you want the person to sign and then cut that part out of the bag.
Really?
Yeah, because essentially what it is that they take out of the bag, sign in that area, and then grade it and stuff.
Okay.
That's cool.
That's what they told me to do. So
I know, I get that, because I always see people doing that, and I'm just always like, okay.
Yeah, they get some damage.
that's the best.
By the way, is it all right, Jared, if I could can I show up my new intro, by the way, I got since you mentioned Khan?
Sure, go ahead.
Are you all right with it? That's why I'm asking.
Yep. It's all good, dude. Go ahead.
All right. Just let me, I'm doing a share video thing, so give me a second.
Okay.
No problem.
All right. No, wait, that ain't it. Oh, come on. Okay, here we go. It's down below.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Here we go.
Hey, Bub. This is Wolverine.
Oh, nice.
You're watching Pro Teaches Noobs. This is OG Vegeta. Let's get the views to over 9,000!
Yes, no.
This is Ryuk. Watch, like, and subscribe, or die.
Nice intro.
Not bad. That's actually that's a good one.
Yep, Brian Drummond.
Dope.
When
All
he
right.
was there, I just had to. I had to.
Hell yeah. All right. So let's talk about some Absolute Comics.
Oh, what a
All
great
right.
start so far.
So first off, what I got is I got the Dragoda cover.
Nice.
Nice.
Obviously, I got the Jim Lee cover. You got to get the Jim Lee cover.
Yep.
Sandoval cover for Superman.
Mm-hmm.
Jim Lee cover for Superman.
Nice.
Now, this cover was not on my pull list, but I saw it there and it was like, okay, Jeff Daycall, Absolute Wonder Woman.
Ooh.
Nice. Okay, these are vampires, kind of.
Yeah. Jim Lee Wonder Woman.
Of course.
That's sword.
And the regular Wonder Woman cover by Hayden Sherman. So let me start off by asking you guys this. Which one's your favorite? So Robert, Batman. Let's start with you, Robert.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Batman, it's the first one. It's simpler. It's probably the simplest of the three.
Yeah.
But at the same time, no, it's that the changes, I don't know, maybe because it's just the first one and it just caught me so off guard how much they changed.
Yep.
And yet it doesn't feel that, it still feels faithful. And that's one thing I give all three of these. It's drastic changes. It's like what Marvel's doing with Ultimate. And
Yeah.
I don't think that's intentional. I do not think that was intentional.
No,
I think that's
no,
pure, because it's been planned for years.
Yeah, because here's the thing, and I said this in my review of all these books, particularly Wonder Woman. She's raised in hell, but
Yeah.
she's still Wonder Woman.
Yep. Superman's probably the one where I'm curious where they're going to go with how he's going to be.
It seems a lot like they're doing the Grant Morrison Action Comics direction.
Kind of, sort of, but not really.
Kind of, sort of.
No, I know, but what I'm saying is that it's kind of like they're doing so because a lot of the Absolute feels like a lot of the ideas they had for the new 52, but it's better organized and better thought out. Because remember,
it's separate.
you could tell. Yes, you could tell they have a plan with this. So this is fine with.
Years ago, I could.
So with me,
and here's the other thing people forget. With Marvel's Ultimate line, Hickman being in charge of it was actually more of a slap together thing, you know? Because you know who the originally supposed to do it?
Donny
Donny Cates.
Oh yeah, because he
That's why
kept
they were hanging
trying
up
to
in
bring it
Venom.
back.
They kept hinting up in Venom, but then everything that happened with him happened, so they gave it to Hickman. That's why it's so radically different.
Yeah.
Pretty good. I do like it though.
Hence, when you look at Ultimate Invasion, it's not really an invasion.
No, it's not. It's like
The title was locked in, but obviously, I think Kate's was going to have it be more Ultimate Marvel versus that. But then Hickman's decided, let's recreate the Marvel universe from scratch.
all right. So my favorite is Absolute Wonder Woman because
Big surprise.
because A, it's nice to have a good Wonder Woman book.
Yeah.
Screw you, Tom King. And it's also really nice because here's the thing. Again, first off, I love the part where the snake tries to eat her and she literally yeets it away, and the onomatopoeia is yeet.
Yeet.
I'm like, okay, that's actually well done. And again, I like how like she even redeemed Cersei, and I'm like, that is 110% who Wonder Woman is. And Teladia has been a member for 14. He's in the chat bar. Teladia, if you want to, you're in the chat. But anyway, but it's like, I like that. I like Superman. Of the three, my order goes Wonder Woman, Superman, Batman.
Oh, why
just
is Batman?
Just because I have more of an emotional connection to Superman and Wonder Woman, obviously.
I have a more of a connection to Superman, but even I would put him at number 2. I mean, Wonder Woman's at number 3, but not for any reason. Just where it placed, you know?
Yeah, but I do, by the way, to be clear, I still like Batman for sure. It was still great. But anyway, go ahead, Tavia.
After me, you know, I think my favorite absolute title is Batman, because obviously Batman was more of my favorite character growing up next to Superman. But I think Batman's strong story so far. I like Batman's story because holy shooting, Johnny, this story is awesome. Like Batman.
Yeah.
The
I like where he grabs. I like where he has the shotgun and it fires tiny bats.
Yep.
Or like where's batarangs are the ears.
Yep.
I see. I like that because it's Bat MacGyver. That's what he is.
Yeah, it's so cool.
Yep, but
also, another thing they did, Martha Wayne and Line.
Yeah.
Uncle Ben. I never thought in a million years they would pull that trailer with Batman, but they did it, and they did it awesome and interesting. Like
now, I find out though. I do think this stretches the believability on like him being a billionaire or millionaire.
Oh yeah.
Like how? Like yes, he learned all this stuff, but why do I find it harder to believe?
Well, in his defense, a lot of his stuff is not as high tech as typical.
Oh no,
Batman.
I get that, but getting all of those degrees and everything.
Yeah.
There are ways nowadays you could get an education.
You know, but it just feels like a little bit stretching it more so. But again, not in a bad way. I didn't say it's broken it. I'm just saying it's really stretching it.
It is, but that's so interesting. But I think my second favorite is actually Wonder Woman. Actually, Wonder Woman getting into bar. The Superman one is I'm conflicted. On the one hand, I get the idea. The idea would do a caste system with Krypton again, which it
was, because no one ever emphasized it.
Yeah, that's true. That is legit.
I like all the emphasis on Krypton because that's something that I've always felt more should be done with Krypton. At least, I mean, even in Mark Waid's action, he's doing that, which I really appreciate.
You know what? I always actually had my own story of how to handle it. When we get to it, can I talk about it? Because I always have my idea of how to tell Krypton's story.
Okay.
Yeah.
But go ahead, Tavia. What else were you saying?
Yeah, but besides that, you know, I'm still intrigued by the Superman, even though I'm still invested in. I am intrigued about one thing though. The whole goal thing of the Superman. That is very, very interesting because wait, you're telling me that this universe will win a billion in this universe?
Well, she's working. That doesn't mean she is about it. I know as much as Jared wants it.
Yeah, I know Jared wants it.
This is Lois.
It's an alternate universe.
But, dude, she's still one of the ones they're hyping up, dude. They're not going to turn her straight.
Yeah, but here's the
thing. Like you said about Diana, they're not going to make Diana, buy or anything. I don't think they're going to make Lois evil.
No, they're not going to make her evil. They'll give her a redemption arc. What I doubt they're going to do, I mean, they could still. This is DC, but I would like, even if it's not with Diana, give this Superman a different love interest.
It's what Aaron. It depends on what Aaron wants.
I know. If it does, I'm going to lose a little respect for the series, but it's not enough. It's not enough because it's like because here's why, Robert. It's the lazy route then. And to be clear, it's not
would you
like
say would you say putting Peter with MJ the lazy route?
No.
Well, Peter and MJ actually sells comics.
Dude, but would you call that lazy when other versions do it?
No, why would I?
Then why is Lois lazy?
Because he's always with Lois. The thing about Spider-Man,
Peter's almost always with MJ.
Not almost.
I said almost.
The past like 20 years, he hasn't.
Well, you can't. That's because that's not fair. Because you have editorial trying to keep them apart.
No, but no. Ignoring the editorial stuff, I'm just saying because here's why. Spider-Man's allowed to explore other love interests. Batman's allowed
forcefully.
The point is allowed. Batman's allowed. Okay, let me finish.
Okay.
Batman's allowed to explore other love interests most of the time because, like Talia or Selena.
Well, no, not the Selena. The one that's not love interest.
Talia, not a long time.
There's Silver Thin Cloud.
Silver Thin Cloud.
There's been plenty of other stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, last time we saw Silver was in Kevin Smith's story.
I'm not saying it happens often. I'm just saying these other heroes have been allowed to
Superman has been with other, but not just counting Wonder Woman. He's also been with Laurie. He's been with Lana.
But all right, here's why it would be lazy to put this Superman with Lois then, because there's less of a reason to do it here than is in the
I don't
main
think they're going to do
universe.
it off the bat. I don't think they're going to do it off the bat.
No, but my point is because why do that at all? Because if you want the Clark and Lois story,
you
have the main universe.
I say this. Let's see the story they want to tell. If it
Which,
leads to them doing it, that's what I think. If they're going to put them together, there's going to be a story to tell.
Yeah, but also, I know not true about the Superman book.
Hey, I'm not trying to argue with you, Jared. I'm just saying I'm looking at it from other perspectives. Is what I'm trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but besides that story with that man invested, I know they're investing, but I'm just Superman and the Brainiac stuff because.
Oh yeah, he's a Brainiac.
He's a Brainiac, where everyone in the bottle scene is screaming. I'm like,
but when I look at one, he's on Earth in I guess Area 51. I guess.
Well, the other thing that drew my eye is that the Kent farm was bought and owned by the Lazarus Corporation, but there's a hole in the roof. So what I think is the ship crash landed in the roof.
Do you think? But what do you think probably happened to Martha and Jonathan?
It could be the government came in and like maybe abducted them, or maybe the Lazarus Corps has them.
Yeah, I can see them doing that. Also, it's not about radical waiting. They all got Peacemaker.
Okay, yeah.
I love seeing peacemakers have their asses kicked.
Can I tell you something? You want a good peacemaker? Read the Jaime Reyes Blue Beetle.
Yes, dude. Literally. So.
So you know about him. You know about that.
I read that because I hate Peacemaker nowadays because they put him in everything because of James Gunn.
But version.
I hate that version. That's like practically Deadpool.
Okay, better than Harley being Deadpool.
No, I would rather have Harley. But anyway, that version, as soon as I read the Jaime Reyes Blue Beetle version, I was like, I like this guy.
I do too.
Like, wow, this is actually really cool. And yet they destroyed it. So I'm like, what the heck?
Now, I would say I don't think, except for that one book, that one particular book, they haven't gone full on John Cena, Peacemaker in the main line. That one book aside. That was a black label. That was a black label book.
Regardless, I enjoyed seeing Peacemaker get his ass kicked. Yep. I also like the way the suit works. So apparently the suit is regulating his power.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's something I thought about when you see how parts of the suit glow and all that. Because I was like, okay, that's what he's doing.
By the way, yep. Mm-hmm. I have all of the individual traits.
Oh, that's cool.
But hey, before I forget, because I want to do what's on my mind, can I give? Don't worry, it'll be brief. My summary of what I would do is Krypton.
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead.
Okay, first I'd focus on Jor-El and Zod as friends growing up.
Hey, I like
They
that.
were actually friends growing up, and yes, even Jor-El's brother.
I forget his name.
You mean
Kara's dad.
yeah, Kara's dad. It was
Zor-El.
What?
It's Zor-El.
Zor-El. Even Zor-El. But here's the thing, though. They grew up fine. They were very close. Because the way I see it, and on this, my version of Krypton, it would be a case where they are assigned duties when they become of age, not from birth. I am not going with the Man of Steel. They're doing it. It's genetically programmed into them. They are assigned when they reach of age, and it's not a random draw. It's judging off of, like through the computer
aptitude
system
and all that stuff.
Not just that, but a computer system and a judge that follows them their whole life. Basically, all of Krypton is being observed, but not in a police state way, but just like you have a computer eye that's always, now it's not Brainiac. I'm not going with Brainiac.
Brother Eye.
No, it's meant to observe.
One at a time, guys. One at a time.
It's meant to observe for its own sake. No one else is allowed to see what it has. But then it decides where to go. So once they become of age, Jor-El naturally becomes it's in the science division. Lara is in the historic areas, the history and all
you
that.
Wouldn't have you wouldn't have her be like a general.
No, that would be Ursa, of course.
Ursa, of course.
And Zod would be military, obviously. And Zor-El would also be in science. But as they get older is when they start to rift. It's all about the friendship falling apart. But it's not through, at first they're getting along great. It's through events that happen. And I'm keeping it from what Jeff John set up. You know what are the main events that causes Zod to fall apart? Brainiac and Doomsday.
Yeah, Doomsday.
Doomsday. Remember, Doomsday was made on Krypton.
Oh, yeah, you made a Krypton weapon. Yeah, by this alien ship.
Oh, yeah, because Bertram landed on Krypton.
And that's where they got, now granted, I'm bringing it up to more modern day, not old days where that's where they got their cloning tech. I still love that. Dan Jurgens revealed, that's where Krypton got the cloning tech.
Okay, that works.
Created, it was left over. Or they helped develop it anyway. And then they took it, and that led to everything that happened in their future. But no, Doomsday, it's more in the present day when he comes out, causes a big ruckus, and Zod loses a lot of good men. But it's thanks to Jor-El that they're able to stop him, but Doomsday's able to escape. Launched into space.
Okay. And then he floats in there for like a couple of decades.
Then what happened in that Doomsday annual, what happened? He would be on Earth, and then he would go on another planet, all that, but that's not where we focus. Once he's off Krypton, not their problem.
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
Dark side.
Then you have, before Brainiac, there's one other person that I'm adding. Cleric.
Oh? I know who
Cleric is this off-worlder who came to Krypton and tried to tell him, you all worship, you all should go and see the stars. Because up at this point, Krypton's been content. They're not forced there. They're just contented. They might have had some colonies out there, but they've been content. But basically, Cleric brings in a different religion. Beyond Rao. And just like in the comics,
one at a time, guys. I'm not going to say it again.
This is what leads to the Eradicator being created to keep everyone on Krypton. And Zod pushed for it and put an edict forcing Jor-El to create it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. Oh, yeah, because the Eradicator was supposed to purify Kryptonian bloodline.
And keep them on Krypton. They couldn't leave without it.
And when Krypton exploded, he stuck on his soul inside.
Yeah, so Jor-El had to remove it from Cal.
Yeah.
Then Brainiac. Brainiac was the last straw.
Yep.
Then, of course, finding out Krypton's going to blow up is when everything falls apart. But that's my thing. All of those events push and tax everything with Zor-El. Basically, the fall of Krypton is connected to the fall of Zod and Jor-El. If those two had not drifted apart, they could have saved everyone.
Yep, that makes sense. And when they drifted apart, the plan, like, well.
Well, the planet was doomed anyway. The planet was doomed regardless.
Which,
but
that's an idea, a theory I have for Absolute Superman. What they could do, make it so they stop Krypton from exploding.
But that's impossible.
Like, no. It's absolute. Like, Krypton does not explode in this. Or maybe they tell Kal it exploded, but it never did.
So what's going to be? Wait, is that going to be like the J.J. Abrams or movie that never got made, where Lex was from Krypton?
No.
Yeah, you know what? And then reveal, Krypton didn't blow up. Boy, that was.
By the way, you know what? So tell me if you guys are thought of this. So you know how like Clark's suit in Absolute Superman has like an AI in it. You know what that kind of reminded me of? You guys are familiar a little bit with like the Death of Superman Lives, right? The documentary.
Yep, I think I heard you talk about this.
It reminded me of K, because for those that don't know, in that movie, Superman was supposed to come to Earth with like essentially an AI companion, basically Kelex, but essentially after Superman dies, it was going to form around him and make a suit.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So I was like, if this
I'm still
was
curious
that'd be
about.
interesting.
I still wish that movie got made. I am still curious what
Make
they would have
it a
done.
comic book.
With Nick Cage.
We have all those Batman, Batman 89. Boy, John. Why do they keep playing John Quincios on that when they know he's uber late?
Yeah, those books took forever to come out. When they came out,
But Robert, I said this on Super Wonder. I said this is what DC should be doing. Take all the unused scripts.
Yeah.
Turn them into comic books. Justice League Mortal, Superman up and away. You could still make these stories.
Even the J.J. Abrams.
The Snyderverse.
Oh, no, not that. You can also do that in Superman 2000 pit they did.
Why? Oh, no, not the Superman 2000 pitch. No. Tavia, you know what that would lead to.
What's the Superman 2000 pitch? I'm a little nervous.
That's the Mark Way.
One at a time, guys. One at a time.
That's the Mark Way, Grant Morrison, Mark Millar stuff that would have undone the marriage, forced the triangle to exist. No. Jared. This would have forced it to stay to the triangle, where they would have said Lois would have had some type of disease, and thus Superman has a wiper memory, and she can never know who he is, or she'll die, and thus they're basically forever going to be stuck in that. She'll never know, and thus he wants to keep the Clark Lois Superman triangle because
Lois
that's
has
what Mark
a disease, you say?
Yeah, that was the
okay. It's similar. What they did to put his identity back in the bottle recently, it's clearly taking that but applying it to the whole world with some exceptions.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though.
Which I did like that, but that's all the whole
Make
point.
that a comic book. Make that a comic book.
Well, you know what the downside about that whole thing was? And I think I told you this, Garrett. That was done behind Carlin's back while he was away on vacation.
Okay, still make that a comic book.
And that's the reason why Millar was never allowed to touch Superman. Morrison had to earn
Was
his
this after
way
Red
back.
Sun or before Red Sun?
Red Sun was written long beforehand, but just took forever to draw. But it was released afterwards. But that's why, except he was awful, forbidden. Him, Tom Pryor, who almost never did Superman, and Wade. There's a reason why Wade was not allowed to do it. Morrison, there was a point where Morrison got too big for even Carlin to keep that band going. But still. It's like, I don't blame Carlin. If you were going to do that behind his back.
Yeah, that part is kind of a-hole because he is the
Well, he was the executive editor,
Yeah. You can't do that behind someone's back. That's kind of a dick move. But
and that would have happened after what we went over with Electric Blue. So while he wasn't on the book anymore, he was still above keeping an eye on everything.
But all I'm saying is now, make that take all these unused movie scripts. Ben Affleck, Man of Steel 2, turn them into comic books. It's the cheapest way to get the story out there.
Well, to be fair, you do know you actually need still to get a good artist for it. You need to get the right artist for it.
No, but still, it's cheaper than making a movie.
That is true.
Well, but also, I think there's also rights issues for doing scripts because they do own, the writers still own some royalties to those scripts.
Just pay him off.
Oh, I know, dude. I'm just saying there's other factors to take into account.
Yeah,
It's not
I understand that.
You say it's cheap. It's not all that cheap.
No, but I mean, compared to, let me rephrase. Compared to a movie, I'm willing to bet it's cheaper.
Yeah.
Compared to a movie, yes, but there's also an interest, a need. You need someone to be there who's willing to pitch it too.
That's true. You can make it a whole line of books.
Well, yeah, I mean,
What
you
you
would
wanna
think
say,
they
Tavia?
would.
Yeah, but also that pitch also we forgot many one more thing about that pitch. That pitch also involved Mr. Mitchell pitch.
No, I don't think he was in the 2001.
No, he was. At least when Britt and I went over it, because we actually talked about this on the show. No, that
So
wasn't.
you knew about the pitch. Wait, so you knew about the pitch?
I knew about the pitch. That is correct. I didn't know it was linked to this, but I did know about it.
Yeah, to the lowest thing. Yeah, that whole thing.
Which, as much as okay. Yeah,
Give you a bit though. That would have been one more day for Superman, because that would have been telling. Jared, come on. That would have been telling. That was just doing it because Wade and some of the writers didn't want it. It's not what fans didn't want. It's because the writers didn't want it, and they want to tell
what were
you.
The sales like?
Sales were actually still pretty decently. It was just these guys wanting to come in and shake things up editorially.
Same with Spidey.
Was anyone else telling them to do this?
No, not one more day. We're not talking one more day, Tavia.
So let me get this straight.
Okay,
Just
first
to
of all,
make sure I understand this.
Sales were maybe not the greatest, but they weren't.
So it was essentially these guys, these three guys, taking the initiative, not being directed by anyone even above like Carlin telling them to do that.
No one told them. They just
that's kind of a dick move. I gotta say,
they knew some of the writers were going to be moved off, so they decided to come. Now Loeb was not involved with this. I just realized Loeb was not involved with it. That's why he was able to get the book after Eddie Berganza took over.
Okay,
but you had some of the stuff. And again, Carlin came back from vacation, heard about it, and is like, "What the heck are you doing?" And again,
I'll give you that.
And again, and Superman and Lois only been married for a couple of years, but it was a long courtship, and they finally got it. And again, they just want to put it back in here because this is what Wade, more than of anyone, Wade wanted. I think Millar wanted it to a degree. Morrison maybe to a degree as well.
Here's my problem is I don't trust Millar when. I believe you know the WonderWoman story. He jokingly pitched. I say jokingly.
Well, to be fair, he's not as edgy as he once was, dude. To be fair, the man is nowhere near as edgy as he once was.
Okay, good. But it's like back then, I was like jokingly, because if you look at a lot of his female characters involved.
You know what I think? Oh, never mind. But Morrison even admits he understood him to a point, but not as much as he would later after he met that guy, that cosplayer at the con. Which is what led to All-Star.
Okay. Absolute Green Lantern is an out. Oh, that's a good one.
Not yet.
Ooh.
But I know it's coming out. I know the book is already coming out, but that would be a cool idea for that. Where
did you hear about the new Zatanna book?
I did. That's actually really cool. I'm excited for that.
Campbell.
Yes, I love
the miniseries. I have a feeling they're doing that as a mini because they want to keep riding the hype from that recent mini. But then I think Mariko Tamaki is going to get an ongoing after this. I think that it's meant to just keep the heat going. Not the heat, but
because
the
if
hype.
It sells well and there's fan interest in it, absolutely.
People are still surprised how much that often, except the last issue was the only one that wasn't in the top 10.
That's interesting.
Well, if it's in the top 10, yes, do it.
No, for 4 of the 5 issues.
Yes, go ahead and do it.
That was the Mariko Tamaki book, I mean.
Yes.
Yeah, that one.
No, I mean, go ahead and do that. That's a great idea.
Yeah. That's why I think this miniseries is done to keep things going. But I do think Mariko Tamaki is probably working on a new one.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, is this in continuity? Yeah, this is in continuity.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't actually part of the all-in, whereas the other one was a Black Label book.
Yeah, so I noticed that. Now, okay, so let's discuss something else. By the way, so hang on. I got a comment. Scott Snyder was talking about on a podcast, Absolute Green Lanterns and Outlaws instead of space. Oh, that's actually the Absolute Green Lantern thing.
Ah,
Yeah,
That is actually really cool. Okay, that's great. Again,
yeah.
different.
What did one book I'm excited about after Flash? That's the one.
Oh, we don't know anything. I don't think we know much
I
about
don't know
Absolute
anything
Flash.
about that yet. Okay, so Teladia, just because it has Wally West as the main Flash doesn't mean it's gonna be good.
That's true, because Flash Great Flash is so confusing. Make no sense.
Yeah, but anyway, it's like that's the point there. But I do like the idea of a Green Lantern being an outlaw instead of a cop.
Now, wait, does that mean all of them or just the one we're focusing? Is that which one are we
What would be
focusing?
interesting is if they reverse it and the Sinestro Corps are the cops.
Ooh, or the Manhunters are still around.
Or that. So it's essentially taking Earth 1 route with that.
Oh, wait, what if the Green Lanterns were the first ones? Guardians didn't like them, so they made the Manhunters who they can control.
Oh, that works too. And they're trying to hunt down their old work essentially and hunt.
So it's reversing everything.
That actually is a fantastic idea.
Oh.
And what you can do is do it so you know how like Atrocitus was formed because of the Manhunters. What you can do is make it so the Green Lanterns were ordered to wipe out that space sector. They refused. Wait. Let me finish. They refused to because they're like, no, we're not going to commit genocide. That was the incident. Because remember, that was the incident in the main continuity for getting rid of the Manhunters and bringing in Green Lanterns. So if you reverse it.
Now that was a retcon. I would say that is a case I would say of a retcon.
No, but I'm saying if you reverse it, now that's absolute right there.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
That could be interesting.
Yeah.
Well, wait, you said what news? What other news?
Yeah, I'm trying to screen share it, but
tell us the news.
Tell us the news first, though. Tell us the news first.
Marvel won a Red Hulk ongoing in 2085.
Wait,
what ongoing? A Red Hulk?
Red Hulk. Okay, you don't need to share that.
I'm not a Red
one.
Hulk guy. I'm not a Red Hulk fan. That's just me. But
yeah, I can say that. But for me,
I know why they're doing that. He's in Captain America.
Yep.
That's my suggestion.
Wait a minute. Have they brought Ross back from the dead yet? Because last time I checked, he was dead.
Wait, he's dead?
He was dead. Yeah. If I remember right,
Captain America.
Yeah. It was Coates. I think Coates killed him.
Yeah.
Wait, Ta-Nehisi?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
During his Captain America run, because remember he was dead. They referenced it in Kate's Venom run.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully.
Well, here's my continued opinion of that Captain America run. What a crap shoot! It was that Captain America run.
Yep, indeed.
I'm checking if he's alive again or not.
He probably
is. Not the first time he's died and come back.
It's not the first time anyone has died and come back, except for like Bill Foster.
Except not really. Remember, if you're saying Captain Marvel.
Yep, he's alive. He's alive.
Aha!
And once again, it was an LMD.
A robot.
Oh, they did an LMD. That's why he died.
Okay. Coates brought him back and made him Red Hulk again. So I'll give Coates props then. It was clearly part of his story.
His crappy story, but that's just Ta-Nehisi Coates' Captain America.
True, but he made him Red Hulk again, though, which, there was that point where they undid all the Hulk family stuff. I hate when Marvel does that. They build up family stuff.
Or it's like when Grant took over Green Lantern and ignored all the other Lantern Corps.
Well, first of all, that was his choice. And I thought the story told was interesting, very Vertigo-esque, but still.
I skipped it because I wasn't interested. The minute I see Green Lantern punching God, I'm like, no. Even if it ends up not being God, I'm like, no, I'm done.
The only stuff I like, the Dark Star stuff, the only stuff I like. That's what I
that Black Star thing where it's basically Morrison taking the piss. Can I say that?
It's fine.
On what was going on at DC at that time.
I will say though, what's great is Jeremy Adams on Green Lantern.
That has been so good. And Barry's have another book. He said they're going to announce another book.
Oh hell yes! And Jeremy Adams on Aquaman. I'm like,
I'm so happy.
let him write all my books.
Okay,
He's
is it just
fantastic.
me? Is it just me, or is he truly following in Jeff Johns' footsteps?
Yeah, where he writes everything.
Flash,
Like Flash.
Green Lantern, and now Aquaman.
I know. Wait. He becomes the next Justice League writer. Then I'm gonna get like
or JSA after Lemire.
or JFA. Yeah, he follows the exact like line of progression.
It's not the exact because remember, Jeff, it was Flash, JSA, then Green Lantern, then Aquaman.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay,
we kind of skipped
but
JSA.
it would be hilarious if he does all the books that Jeff Johns is known for. That would be
I know.
freaking dope.
That would make him officially the heir.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we see it, Tabby. We see it, Tabby. We see it. Tabby.
More DC book, I'd be happy.
At least he's earning. At least he's finally stepping up more and more.
Which I'm happy for because
Remember
he
when
deserves
everyone?
it.
Yeah, because remember how it felt like he lost so much when he lost Flash.
That annoyed me.
Oh yeah. Oh jeez. I'm only buying Flash out of obligation. I barely
I'm
read
not. So Robert, you're like me with Wonder Woman now.
it. Well, to be fair, with Wonder Woman, I stupidly dropped with Mariko Tamaki, and that's the one hole in my collection.
Yeah.
So you're not picking up the King run?
No, I'm still picking up the King run. I didn't. No. I said that's the only hole in my collection was the Mariko Tamaki.
What I meant was, it's like, so you're picking up Flash out of obligation, like I'm picking up Wonder Woman out of obligation.
Yep. Although I say Flash is more compared to everything we've had for Flash for the majority of the time I've been collecting it. It's more frustrating than King on Wonder Woman for me.
I agree.
Well, as a Wonder Woman fan,
Well, yeah, no. But I'm adding everything I've been buying since Flash Rebirth.
Oh, go ahead.
I've been
Flash
buying
Rebirth. Wait. Which
No.
Flash Rebirth?
That OG Flash Rebirth.
No, the original.
Okay, good. Just wanted to
Jeff
check because
Johns-
it's also Rebirth Flash.
No, dude. I've been buying Flash since that point. So since Jeff Johns came back on the book, and from there, so New 52, from Manipul, then Vendetti, then
what a great run.
Yep, and then from all of Williams's run, then Adams' run, and now this. Cy Spurrier it's just.
I
Why?
picked up an issue of that because I was interesting when it first started. I read this and I'm like, no.
I mean, I'll say this: he's not undoing things.
One at a time, Tavia.
No, but that was also like I just started. Yeah, right. Yeah, I think.
Yeah, but
he's not undoing what came before.
No, but it's just I don't like what he's doing, so I'm like,
No, I agree.
No,
I was worried he was going to break up Wally and Linda.
Linda.
It's like that. It's like that they break up every like comic book couple except Lois and Clark.
Well, they've only been back for just a couple of years, dude. In those cases, in the case of Wally and Linda, and it's just like,
I'm like, stop breaking up couples. Can we just stop with that already?
Right,
It's such a tired trope.
And yet, you want to break up Lois and Clark.
No, because the last time it did that, it sold well.
Kind of.
New 52 Superman Wonder Woman sold well. I can bring that up because that was the one time they tried it.
No. But the break, first of all, dude, but that wasn't because of the breakup.
No. I'm just saying when he explored other love interests, it sold well.
Right.
That's what I'm saying there.
By the way, I think I mentioned before, Saul has said he is interested in, when I saw him, he is interested in coming back to DC.
He doesn't even have to write Superman Wonder Woman. Please come back and do something. Please.
I did ask him, he did say he said all he wanted to tell from on Superman Wonder Woman. I asked him. He said those 12 issues. No, Grant, you know why he said that? He was already moving on to Marvel.
Oh. What do you
because what I heard is that he at least had like other story plans, ideas that he could do.
Loose ideas, but by the time he was reaching the end, by the time we got the Doomed and everything, he was already working on his Marvel deal.
Oh, interesting. But still, if he comes back, even if he doesn't do Superman Wonder Woman, if he has to continue that, just bring him on something. I want him on something.
I get it, and I agree. But he's also having too much fun at Marvel.
No, I know. If he comes back, maybe he can replace King on Wonder Woman and actually write a competent Wonder Woman book. Because so far, Wonder Woman is being written by someone incompetent.
Yep.
Not going to say a word on that one.
Well, yeah. What do you want to say, Tavia?
Yeah, speaking of sounds very flat, the one thing with the story is like, what the heck is going on with this story?
I don't get it. It's
Like,
too.
there's Flash stuff, and then apparently one with Rooted mind, he gets corrupted by the Red Flash, but then he somehow stops the Red Flash from coming back to life, which is confusing. But then you have the whole giant stuff. With the giant Red stuff is interesting. I'll give it that credit, even though it's confusing. That's interesting. The Ivy stuff is interesting.
It is just.
What's happening?
I don't know. I really don't know. It's too high concept. It's way too high concept for something that's supposed to be a fun about the Flash family.
Yeah, but the Flash family.
Oh, and by the way, QT, it was not canon. Kingdom Come was never fully canon. It was a Elseworld that was popular, and by the time they started doing Hyper Time, they would say elements would fold in.
Wait. That directly contradicts what Mark Waid said on a panel.
Wait, what?
So okay, so when Mark back, I think it was the first fandom they did this. One of the panels was a multiverse panel. And Mark Waid said Kingdom Come was supposed to be like the dark future of the DC universe.
A dark future.
No, he said the dark future. He didn't say a, he said the.
Okay, but I think he also meant that in the terms of like dark future, like a lot of dark futures, where there's multiple.
He said the. If he said a, I would agree with you. Now, it's not. Now, I will agree, it's not the future anymore. But the point is, when it was written originally, because remember, there was no multiverse.
And it was called an Elseworld, though.
Yeah.
It was an Elseworld. It was labeled an Elseworld even when it came out. So it couldn't have been the future. No, it couldn't have been because it was labeled an Elseworld.
Speaking of Kingdom Come.
Again, I think when he's saying dark future, he's saying dark future as in, again, like X-Men has many dark futures. I'm pretty sure that's what he was. It was the dark future as in, a dark future.
Speaking of Kingdom Come, that reminded me. Did any of you guys read World Finest?
Nope.
Yep.
I read it. It was the Kingdom Come.
Can I be brutally honest? Can I be brutally honest about one thing? Yeah. I was not a fan of how Wade handled Gog.
Oh yeah, Boy Thunder.
A lot of people were.
No. I said Gog, as in the God Gog, compared to what Jeff Johns and Alex Ross set up of the character. Now, this is a different version of him.
Yeah.
But it felt too.
It further backs up my theory that Kingdom Come was more Alex Ross than Mark Waid.
No. I'm not saying it was bad though. I'm just saying I just didn't care for how he handled it. I liked the story. I loved how he told the story from Magog. Yeah, I thought that was better than what Jeff Johns and Alex Ross came up with. Mostly because they got the ball rolling and then left it for other writers and they totally flanderized Magog. And then they killed him off.
Yeah.
He died? When he died?
He died during Generation Lost.
Oh.
That was like the whole thing that that Maxwell Lord needed to do to regain his life.
Oh yeah, him. That would make sense.
Yeah, that was his whole point. He needed to kill off. For some reason, the life energy said you got to kill off Magog to prevent Kingdom Come from happening.
Even though that's impossible, Kingdom Come happens.
It made no sense. I didn't get that one at all.
I'll get the Will Find book this though.
I'll be honest. Sorry.
Go ahead.
I'll get Will Find the Boy Find stuff is actually interesting. I like this story.
Oh yeah.
Granted, the way they ended the story, like, wait, you're telling me at the end of the story, Boy Thunder lives made happy, but he hates Superman because he betrayed him to get a dog. And
it's more complicated than that. It was a mixture of. It was basically Boy Thunder David had issues, always had this temper issue.
Yeah.
And without Superman there, being under God's sway, it made it worse.
It made it a monster.
And that's things like that. But
that's interesting.
Anyway,
but anyway, so but I do agree. So Action says Kingdom Come is
too many heroes died. Too many heroes died.
No, but it's his canon ending.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be your canon ending.
Wait, because it ends on Super Wonder, would that make it your canon?
Okay, so I'm conflicted on that because I don't like everyone practically dying, but kind of yes. It's not necessarily because of Super Wonder. It's because of essentially how it just reminds the superheroes that they're human.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Super Wonder is a nice bonus, but that's not the only reason why.
And unfortunately, I think it sets the wrong standard for what people think about Wonder Woman going forward. They
Oh yes. Oh yes.
too much on the bloodthirstiness.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Which is why which I'll be honest, it's why I cannot stand when you see people want to say Wonder Woman takes heads or the whole. That's one line I did not like Jeff Johns gave her in New 52, which was
yes.
There's a reason I don't have her
Jeff Johns can't write Wonder Woman.
I know, and that was the one.
He's never been able to write her because if you read her, it's been a crisis.
Yeah, like would you stop by trying to be so dang perfect? When would she ever try to be perfect?
I'm like, well, Jeff, I love you, but what is this?
She had the weakest of the 1 year later stories of the Trinity.
Which one?
Who was Wonder Woman?
Oh, that story.
Great artwork from the Dodsons, but
not good.
It's just the idea that Diana just left and let Donna be in. It's like, oh, I don't need to be Wonder Woman anymore. Donna's got this.
And then you had the crappy Gail Simone run where she was in love with a misogynist. Tom Tresser, I'm sorry, was the worst love it. And all of a sudden she wants to have a kid.
Was that Nemesis?
Nemesis, yes, named Tom Tresser. That's almost as lazy as Trevor Barnes.
Oh, yeah. Or Steve Trevor when he died.
Or here's why, Robert. Here's how I know Jimenez was trying to push.
No, I know. I've heard you mention this.
I'll tell Tevia because it's in the day in the life of Wonder Woman, and so they see Trevor Barnes, and then he goes. One of them goes, "Oh, it's Trevor Barnes. Isn't he beautiful?" And then Lois goes, "Yes, he is, and he's definitely not Steve Trevor." And I'm like,
that is too much.
As much as I hate Clark with Lois, I'm pretty sure Lois would not basically drool over another dude.
Yeah, again, that's just dumb for shilling. That's a shilling thing.
Yeah.
That's him trying to say, "Oh, look at this," which
that's a creator shilling a character.
Because reportedly that was a self-insert because he was dating a black guy at the time.
Of course.
So I'm like, stop with your self-inserts.
And Jimenez run is usually really good.
Yeah, I don't get
it. That issue is good. It's just, and then here's the other thing. So you name him Trevor Barnes?
Seriously? Like Bucky Barnes from Marvel?
No, not that. Oh. Robert, what was Wonder Woman's first love interest's name?
That's right, Steve Trevor, obviously.
Trevor!
Yeah.
Oh.
You really put a lot of thought into that, didn't you, Jimenez?
I mean, it's right there when Lois said, definitely not Steve Trevor.
No, but still, and I'm like, what the hell, dude?
What the hell?
That's why I always say, yes, the Jimenez run itself is good, but it has some BS in it. And I'm like,
a lot of runs, let's be honest, a lot of runs have BS in it.
Unfortunately, a lot of Wonder Woman runs.
And again, like you mentioned, Jeff Johns, whenever he handles Wonder Woman.
He can
the only Wonder Woman run that I would argue is close to perfection is obviously the Perez run.
Well, right. Wait. What about New 52 Wonder Woman?
I enjoyed parts of that.
It felt too.
Here's the thing: if it crossed over more, let me put it this way: if the Azzarello run crossed over more with other DC characters, that would be something.
It felt too disconnected. It felt like the other books had to go out of their way to reference everything.
It felt like it was an Elseworlds Wonder Woman book. At least when the Finches got on the book, they crossed it over.
I mean, now, Grant, I think that was Azzarello's agreement, though.
But I'm like, if you're trying to reboot and create this new universe, why would that be an option?
Yeah,
and again, the fact that you had it took Jeff Johns having to reference the stuff with what happened to her mother, and everything,
and even Sewell did in Superman Wonder Woman. So I'm like, what?
Yeah.
What? At least with the absolute universe, they're telling you beforehand they're going to start off separate and then converge at some point because we're going to start building a universe. That's fine.
Even with the Marvel Ultimate Universe, they said they're eventually going to meet up.
Ooh.
Yeah, and they did with the Ultimates. There you go.
Oh, no, I mean the current Ultimate Universe.
Yeah, the current one.
Wait.
The Ultimate Universe is going to meet up with the main DC Universe and Marvel Universe soon.
Main DC Universe. That's the Marvel.
You know what I meant.
So you're telling me, Robert, it's going to be an ultimatum?
No.
I love Robert's reaction. Ashton says, hot take. Marston should have made Diana.
Never
made
have.
her an Amazon. The Amazons from Greek mythology are the antithesis to what. Yeah.
I think that's what Azarello proved.
Yeah, because here's the thing. Now,
That's
here's
what
the
they were
thing. Here's the other thing. The Amazons themselves were not bi or lesbian.
They what?
No.
The origin for the Amazons given in the Azarello run, where they basically captured men and
Oh yeah, I heard about
that's that's what the Amazons actually did.
Yeah, well, if I remember right, Perez was the first who didn't go anywhere, but implied it.
Yeah, he didn't explicitly say it, but Azarello was like, I got it. It's there.
But that made me think, what?
Well, I wouldn't go so far as to say they're the villains.
They're not the villains.
No.
Because there are a few good Amazons, but they don't have a good track record,
That's
though.
what I'm trying to say. What Hercules did to them was justified when it's not.
It's not. It's crap.
Yeah, and I'm like,
go that route. You're basically saying Hercules was justified in what he did.
You know what's kind of funny? Now, whenever I watch a Hercules movie like the Rock one, and they mention the girdle of Hippolyta, I'm like,
Again,
I know what you did.
Again, it's like when I still think back to JLA Avengers. You had Marvel Hercules, who didn't go that far. He more gypped her, that Hippolyta, like seduced her. And then took the girdle and ran, but didn't do anything else. But you have Diana showing up, sees a Hercules, and just assumes the spoiler of Hippolyta. Well, I would have used those words, although I did have the pleasure of goof. It's like, the guy's too much of a oaf to do anything that bad. He did not deserve the beating Diana gave him.
Yeah, and I'm just...
now, granted, I get why she would assume that.
Yeah, I get it too.
In her Hercules, she probably thinks all Hercules are alike.
Yeah.
Yeah, or like it's a multiversal constant, because at this point she knew it was an alternate Earth, right?
Right. Oh yeah, they knew. So again, probably in her eyes, she probably thought, probably the
Which
same thing.
You could like say that like maybe she was blinded by rage and she just saw a Hercules, but would Diana really do that?
No.
Well, they didn't go into that much far. It's just like with Marvel versus DC. They just slipped in what they could, but they had a little
Speaking
more.
of which, I'm excited for Omnibus 2 in December.
By the way, you want to know what I found out about that?
What?
Do I know? We could say one exception. They have most of the alternate endings of the fights.
Oh, really? They actually included those.
Except for Batman versus Cap. They could never find that one.
Okay, well, that's cool how they put those in. I didn't know that.
And now I also found out from Ron Mars, he and DC fought to keep the two Gerard Jones, despicable human being, his books in the omnibus, but Marvel and Disney said no. They even said remove his name, send all the royalties to charities.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But
so it's not in there.
Nope. So JLX and Magneto the Magnetic Man, you're gonna have to get on your own.
I have JLX on my own, so I do have that one.
But you do. You know what Gerard Jones did, right?
Yeah. So I'm like, I'm fine with that in light of what he did.
Okay. David, let's just say he found stuff on his computer they shouldn't have, and that's all we'll say.
Let's just say, yeah, exactly. But I do like. So this will be my first time reading JLA Avengers, and
that's not in the book.
It's not.
JLA Avengers is not in that book.
I thought that was.
That's the only thing that Marvel versus DC versus Marvel is in it, and the Access miniseries are the only other thing besides the amalgam books in there.
So they're not going. Why aren't they including JLA Avengers?
Because one, that's a completely separate thing. Two, they already did a reprint a little while ago.
I never got that reprint.
That wasn't available to everyone, though.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, but speaking of Marvel DC, Are they including the Teen Titan and X-Men story?
Yes, they do.
That's
It's in there.
that's in the action. Everything that's not JLA Avengers, that's not Marvel versus DC, is in that first omnibus.
Okay.
And a lot of extras.
That means
A lot of great extras.
Oh yeah, a lot of great extras, a lot of introductions and everything. But yeah, I mean, I give props for Mars and DC for trying to keep this, because they're like, this is the one time we're doing it. This should be completely, but I also get why Disney and Marvel are like, no.
I would also like if they, I mean, this, see, here's the thing. The reason why I got the omnibus, both omnibus, because I'm like, I don't know if this is going to happen again, because I don't know. I don't know if they'll I don't know if they'll reprint JLA Avengers. That's the sad part.
JLA event, yeah. Unfortunately, but like I said,
I'm like, include that. It's in, or at least put that in the Marvel versus DC omnibus.
it's
important. They still go at the Marvel.
It's a Marvel DC crossover. It should
yeah,
go
but
in
it's
there.
also, I know, but again, that's what they negotiated on. Remember, a lot of intense negotiations.
Speaking of Marvel DC, will we ever get another sequel to that book eventually?
No.
The what?
Why? First of all, it's no longer canon. In fact, it was barely ever canon in the first place.
No. I don't mean that. I mean another crossover Marvel DC, like an actual crossover.
I'm sure we're gonna get a Marvel versus DC crossover. More likely.
Yeah, probably. I would imagine so.
Yeah, I think that's more than likely to happen, both in the comics and I'm pretty sure even in the movies.
I hope for the comics first. The movies, you can say that for
movies not for a long while.
Movies is because it's Disney involved. I doubt it.
It depends on the Paul Feig he still has.
Yeah,
or it depends if the DCU even lasts.
Yeah, that's the other thing. I'll admit that too.
Yeah, that too.
Because if it doesn't last, aka if James Gunn is not DC CEO, I don't see that happening anytime
again. It all depends on a lot of factors. Again,
I know that, but I'm just saying in the unlikely event that happens, I'm like, okay.
Yeah, but anyway, speaking of comics, down mind me, did anyone read Ultimate at the last week?
No,
I did. It was awesome. Holy shit! Open Hulk is insane. And
well, given everything they set up with him during Ultimate Invasion, I'm not surprised.
Well, here's the thing. There's something that he does to one of the Ultimate members. I was shocked. Like,
okay, well, I haven't read it yet. I haven't read it yet.
I'm going to spoil it for you guys, but you're going to be shocked what happened.
By the way, who here has read Alien versus Avengers?
I read issue 1.
Issue 2. Have you read issue 2?
Not yet.
So good.
What did you think? I did not expect them to tie it into Covenant.
What they do?
Do you want to spoil it?
Okay.
Yeah, sure, go for it.
David shows up.
But not just that. You remember the Council of Reeds?
Yeah.
Basically, we got a Council of Davids.
What?
There are all these different David AI robots. I'm like, okay.
Now, none of them are from the main Alien universe, clearly, because that's the version where he won and utterly. But yeah, and he's the one who. But you know who got the better of him?
Who?
Tony.
Yeah.
You thought that was an issue?
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Tony got the better of him.
That's awesome.
Well, so far, anyway. Stuff. But yeah.
So I think that's a good place to leave it. But anyway, so Robert, where can one find you and what have you got coming on your channel? And by the way, if you guys would like to join for next week, consider becoming a member at any tier. Go ahead, Robert.
Right. I'm Pro Teachers Noob. Just go to my channel, youtube.com/Willin, WILLIN. I still got a number of episodes in the can, at least up through next Friday. Got to start recording more. And yeah, that's where if you want to see me.
All right, Tavia.
I'm currently watching Dragon Age Belgrade. I'm launching that game right now. I'm also going to do my review after Batman. I showed yesterday. I showed a video with other stuff. I did do my review ASM, the recent issue that came out, and what are you doing? Joe Page and I hope it man went worse.
All right.
But besides that, other than that, I did a new song, Excel Generation. I did play that game, and I think that's all I got for this week.
All right. So as for Comics League, so tomorrow we have CLD, obviously. And on Saturday, Spider-Man 2 is movie night. Britt and I are going to be comparing Superman and Wonder Woman to Black Panther and Storm. Ooh. Sunday, Nick and I are doing Superman the Animated Series, and I still have to figure out the schedule for Wednesday, but it should be back to my regular schedule. Hurricane season has been kicking my ass, so there is that.
I'm glad
Well, in terms of my job, of my day job. So
I know.
yeah,
Okay.
Robert knows. So I'm like, but anyway, so it's hopefully everything's calming down. Knock on wood. But anyway, stay heroic, everyone. Robert, you know it's coming. Lois Lane is Lois Lane. She belongs to General Zod and Bizarro. Zois and Maxabat and Bizarro for life. See you later. Bye bye.